Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Bismillah walhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa man tabi'ahu bi ihsanin ila yawmiddin thumma amma ba'd. My dear respected brothers and sisters, as we all know, we live in this world in a state that fluctuates between happiness and sadness, and in a state that fluctuates between success and failure, and in a state that fluctuates between hardship and ease. And it is from the immense mercy of Allah Azza wa Jal that He has created for His slaves certain characteristics that assist them to live in this world with all of its hardship and all of its failures and all of its sadness. And from the greatest of these characteristics is the characteristic of patience. Know, my dear respected brothers and sisters, that Allah Azza wa Jal, throughout the Quran and throughout the Sunnah, He tells us the stories of the prophets and messengers, and He narrates to us their lives and the hardships that they went through, hardships in which often we cannot even relate to. And throughout narrating and telling us their stories, He describes them as being the most patient of people. Take Ibrahim alayhi salam for example. Ibrahim alayhi salam was commanded to go and call his people to the worship of Allah Azza wa Jal alone, and to put aside the worship of the idols. And the people who were closest to him in his life, including his father, went against him and even tried to harm him, so much so that they built this catapult and they used it to throw him into the fire. And despite all of this torment and all of this hardship, and even whilst being in the air, being thrown into the fire, Ibrahim alayhi salam was patient, and he was thankful and trusting in Allah Azza wa Jal. Take Ismail alayhi salam for example. Ismail was tested with one of the most difficult of tests. Allah Azza wa Jal commanded his father Ibrahim to lay him down and to sacrifice him. And when Ibrahim alayhi salam came and told this commandment to his son, Ismail alayhi salam was patient, and he said, "Do as you were commanded." Take Nuh alayhi salam for example. Nuh alayhi salam was commanded to go and to call his people to the worship of Allah Azza wa Jal and to leave off the idols. And he was not commanded to do this for 10 years, nor 20 years, nor 100 years, nor 500 years, rather 950 years. Imagine this, my dear brothers and sisters, that you were told to go and to do something over and over again, constantly being rejected. A small portion of people, only a small portion of his community accepted his call. The rest of them mocked him and taunted him and rejected him. How difficult would it be to get up every day, year after year, constantly for 950 years and fulfill this commandment? However, despite the difficulties, Nuh alayhi salam got up every day and he fulfilled the commandment of Allah Azza wa Jal. These were the prophets and the messengers. They were of the most patient of the people. And the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has taught us that from the greatest of blessings that Allah Azza wa Jal can give an individual, it is that they are made of those who are patient. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he says in a hadith, "ما أعطي أحد عطاء هو خير وأوسع من الصبر." That no individual was given any blessing that is greater and more all-encompassing in its greatness than patience. So we ask Allah Azza wa Jal that He makes us of those who are patient. No matter what the calamity is, whether it is small or it is big, we ask Allah Azza wa Jal that He gives us the strength in that time to be patient and to thank Him no matter what He gives us. هذا والله أعلم وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين وجزاكم الله خيرا والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.